So I'm curious, how did this all start?
This all began as a response from Proposition 139 being added to the Arizona ballot in 2024. Proposition 139 threatened the lives of unborn children with no restrictions and compromised the safety of women and young girls. Seeing this, a group of us driven by faith felt compelled to act. And this led to a series of divine inspirations, the creation of a 50-foot-long rosary, and plans to do a rosary relay from our parish to Planned Parenthood. Over 100 people from 14 different parishes joined us in praying, meditating on Stations of the Cross, and aiming to inspire a rejection of sin and a return to Christ. Though Proposition 139 unfortunately passed, this experience ignited a lasting commitment. We realized that our work was far from over, and the ongoing call to protect life, the family, and our faith had just begun.
So now what comes next?
Something occurred to me while watching a Charlie Kirk podcast. He was talking about masculinity. He was talking about all of the testosterone levels in men dropping, talking about how people aren't taking risks, men specifically aren't taking risks anymore. They're not doing a lot of the traditional things that men used to do, things that would define what a man is. He's talking about it on a secular level. And it dawned on me at that point that we should be hearing this message, but on a spiritual level, a masculinity of a Catholic perspective, from a Catholic perspective. So I've started to think about it and realize that men need to hear that it's not just okay to be a man, but necessary. Not only is a man called to be the protector, the provider of his house, but he's also called to be the priest of his home. Men need to hear that it's okay to be a man, a Catholic man, go camping, go fishing, take risks, play sports, guide your family, and most of all, take them to church and teach them to pray. So after thinking about it for a while, we decided to do a conference dedicated to masculinity and how to be a Catholic man in today's society, using Bishop Olmsted's example from a document he wrote called Into the Breach. We started working on this conference. It's called Living in the Breach.
So what are men going to get out of this conference?
Catholic men, my name is Jesse Romero. I'm inviting you April 26th to the Catholic Men's Conference over at Holy Cross Church in Mesa, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I'll tell you why we men need to get together. Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron and one man sharpens another. We need each other. We need to become accountable to each other. 3 things you're going to get at the men's conference. 3 things Catholic men need. Order, ritual, fraternity. You're going to learn about the importance of all 3 at this conference, because in order for us to survive in this culture of death, in this 3rd millennium, before the second coming of Christ, we need to make sure that we impose internal order, external fraternity, and a life of ritual prayer. I'll see you on Saturday, April 26th. God bless you. Keep the faith.